St. Thomas Aquinas, however you want to say it, just asked me, who it is I see winning in UFC main event championship 284. Why would anybody ask me that? Why would you ask me that? Do I look like somebody that's following these things? I have no idea. I can't believe there have been 284 years of Universal Fighting Championships, or UFC, whatever the hell it stands for, since it started. Especially when the first time I ever heard of it was when I was doing a semester in England, Bath. And there was a political science teacher there that was also giving self-defense courses. And the girls in the program, they'd go to it. And he talked about how he knew this, for some reason, I want to say Gacy guy. He was friends with him. And see, this is how MMA came about, was through Universal Fighting. Just whatever it takes. And he was teaching people to do self-defense. And it's just a real thing. There were girls that taken the class and they were saying they're so tough and they could take anybody. Whatever he was teaching them. And so some other friends of mine and I came up and said, ha! Jumped out of the fucking ha! And they said, ah! They threw their arms up, which meant you could just, Dave Chappelle, kick him in the pussy. No, I'm not even going to tell you how to really hurt a woman, because everybody knows how much it hurts to get kicked in the nuts. There's something to that, too. The thing is, it was just about showing them that just because you know something doesn't mean you understand it. And they're like, ah! You're not really protecting yourself because you can do that. You never know what the situation's going to be. Jeet Kune Do. I said it right the first time. I think that the American publisher screwed up Bruce Lee's idea of what this was, just by giving it a name that suited the book. So St. Thomas Aquinas asks me, who do you think is going to win in the UFC main event 284? And I said, how the hell am I supposed to know? Oh, crap, I gotta look something up. So I looked it up, and it seems like there's some Russian fighting a Polack. And I initially, I'm like, why is he even asking me this? I've never talked about this stuff. But I realized there's somebody fucking looking at me. They know I'm a Polack, and they want to know my opinion on it. Who's gonna win? And since you ask, we as Polacks have been trying to get away from this central land. Poland and China have something in common. It's the middle world. Only China found a way to get someplace where they could just back it out. You know, It's going to be harder to get in. But there's poor Poland in the middle of strife constantly, getting their ass handed to them because people are coming back and forth constantly. And this guy he's eating, this Russian seeming guy he's eating, and he's saying, yeah, they can't do anything on the ground. They can't do anything standing up. And he's eating. He just finished working out, so he's getting his proteins. That's what those people do. You gotta stay hungry. Ask Arnold. Stay hungry, the wolf on the hill. Yeah. Gets lazy. No, you must stay hungry. And I think about it. You ask me, St. Thomas Aquinas, who do you think's gonna win? You know, that's a girls' school in Michigan. I'm not making fun of anything. It's just an interesting thing. You got the Polacks who've been trying to get out of the fight for forever. They don't agree with the fight, but they're stuck in the middle of it. And, you know, that's what my dad said, my uncle. My uncle was talking about our patriotism and this and that, and my dad said to him, and he said, oh, what would Grandpa Judge Martin think of all this if he were looking at it? My dad's like, well, he was a coward. He just said that to screw with him. Just ha 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 ha. And he screwed my Uncle Dave, and he said he was a coward. He left the country to get away from the war, and he ended up here. That's how we ended up here. It's really, I know my dad knows better than that. Didn't leave the country to get away from war because he was scared of it. He just found it worthy of ridicule, and he needed to go somewhere where people were trying to get along. The United States of America. There was a hope for happiness. But the truth is, you ask who's going to win? This Russian-seeming dude or this Polack? You put a Polack anywhere near being on the ground, he's gonna hurt you. He's had enough of being hit from both directions. He knows how to fight standing up. He knows to fight lying down. And he knows when the time is right to do which matters most. That's how there are still some alive today. I'm going for the Polack.